Global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned. Hello guys, welcome to Global Happenings. Today we have a trending news here for you, and the headline of the news reads: Khan slams Father Mbaka, see the name given to him and his prophecies. But before we continue with details of the news and further analysis, we would like to encourage you to please subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button and also on the bell icon so that you can get notification anytime we publish our videos on YouTube.
The director of Adoration Ministries in Enugu, Reverend Father Ejike Mbaka, has continued to receive more knocks and criticism following his recent controversial prophecy about the pending Imo State governorship election petition at the Supreme Court. As we speak, Father Mbaka had in his New Year message had warned that the governorship candidate of the APC, that is All Progressive Congress, that is Senator Hope Uzodinma, would change and upturn and take over from Mbaka, who is actually the present Imo State governor. The cleric has reportedly said that in spite of all that would happen in year 2020, there is hope, and in Imo State there is hope. Imo people have suffered, but God is raising new hope, and that will be an agent of salvation for them. He is coming with a new flag to restore the dignity of that noble land. New leadership will break barriers, and there will be joy in the land of Imo State. He said, lift up your candles as I will bless Hope Uzodinma and empower him spiritually to take over. How I do not know, Father Mbaka said. Since that New Year day, the cleric has come under intense criticism for the said prophecy, which several groups and individuals have long dismissed. Reacting to the prophecy, the Imo State chapter of the Christian Association of Nigeria, CAN, said the cleric's message was without substance, wondering why a matter before the Supreme Court, the highest court in the land, will be so tossed around. In a statement, the leadership of the Imo State chapter of CAN, under the leadership of Senior Apostle Godson Ibeji, said CAN, that's CAN, had consistently kicked against such prophecies tailored to suit the whims and caprices of politicians. CAN has consistently opposed such political motivated prophecies and at the same time strive to maintain the standard that guide and regulate the practice of Christianity. We will continue to toil this path until we restore sanity in the practice of priesthood, the statement stressed. In his reaction, Bishop Lucius Ugorji of Umuahia Catholic Diocese, who is also Apostolic Administration of Ahira Diocese, said the Catholic Church, which Father Mbaka belongs to as a priest, is not into fortune telling, and as such does not give authority to any priest to make predictions on who wins a court case or not. He said the Catholic Church is not into fortune telling, and so does not authorize any priest to make predictions on behalf of who wins a court case or not. Anyone who speaks on such a matter is expressing his personal opinion, he said. The bishop said he does not give attention to such predictions because they are cheap guessworks. I do not normally give attention to such predictions because for me they are as good as any guesswork. He noted that in true democracy, only those who win elections have the mandate of the populace to rule. Bishop Ugorji advised Imo people not to rely on such guesswork veiled as prophecies to support the governor of their choice, but to rather pray that their choice governor wins at the Supreme Court. The people of Imo State therefore pray that the candidate with their mandate should win at the Supreme Court, Bishop Orji said.
Wow, thank you very much. I was really expecting this, and it has happened. I knew that it was going to come under fire because the truth of the matter, most of the Christian institutions that we have normally stay under the covering of the current day government. For example, now there's a kind of reaction that you may post against the president of Nigeria, and the reactions you'll be getting from religious leaders will be amazing. So for him to just stand out and pick out someone who has been, long forgotten in terms of election push and going to tribunal and all of that, for him to come up with a prophecy supporting Hope Uzodimma, I knew he was in for a trouble of a lifetime. And that's what we are currently experiencing, and which I believe right now is not making him feel happy. It's very important for me. I believe it's overly important that as a priest or as a leader, Christian leader, the duty you owe the people is to pray for the leaders and also to pray that God should fire in the right person. But and even if you have to utter this kind of prophecy over the life of a person, it's better you do it in the secret. Maybe the person comes and meet with you, man of God, what's my position? What do you think about me? It's better that you utter that prophecy in your office and then pray for him and be hopeful that he's going out there, he's going to win. And for you to come out plain and begin to make those utterances, certainly you will be castigated. The only saving grace for him right now is if Hope Uzodimma come out as the winner at the end of the day. That's, in Supreme Court. If not, I think that will even bring about a kind of reduction in the number of membership. Though I know that he has some very fanatical guys who are in support of him. Let's just get one or two response from our audience. This one says, is Father Mbaka really a Catholic priest? If he is, let him leave politics for politicians and face his call as a Catholic priest. He will one day enter the ocean. He will not swim. That's a strong one there. And this one says, too quick to condemn. Don't doubt God. Just watch and pray, sir. Who is political now? Is it Reverend Mbaka who delivered what he saw, irrespective of the judicial political decision situation? You people trying to condemn him are actually political. That's from another perspective. This one said, faith without good work is dead. Catholic Church is a prophetic church. I support Father Mbaka till death. Those are his ardent supporters. And another one here says, when you look at the way our pastors and the Christian body prophesy nowadays, you will know that all these, their prophecy, are fake. They will just wake up and say anything. Will all this prophecy when they not gone? I don't understand what that guy is saying. And lastly, this one says, Catholic priests don't see vision. Please, Reverend Father, if you have the gifts, keep it. Don't let anyone insult God's church, and our bishop should put such Reverend Father on check, please. All right, that's where we're going to stop right now. And then let's just look at it critically. It's really pathetic that this is happening. And I don't even know if Reverend Mbaka belongs to Christian Association of Nigeria. But, let's be truthful. I'm totally objective about this. The question that is really bothering the minds of a lot of people now is it okay for a man of God to prophesy, about sensitive issues? Like, this is quite sensitive. This issue is overly sensitive. And if you want a man of God to pray for you, to give you hope, to do it public, it's absolutely not the pathway to trail, except I respect God so much, except that it's God that said to him, hey, say it publicly here, and all of that. So whatever we are doing, we've got to tread carefully, because most people believe that so many of these so-called pastors, they are driven by money. Immediately you give them money, you provoke them to speak. Most of them are being considered to be like, that prophet in the Bible, Balaam, who was given some money by Balak to lay curses on the children of Israel. Even not for God, he would have laid the curses. And those, lifestyle of Balaam is still in existence in the Church of Jesus Christ still today. And that's why people are rebuking. If you are a politician and you need prayer, kneel down. If you have good intentions and you are doing what you're supposed to do, we'll pray for you and you go out there and succeed. Than for prophecies to be issued out. So right now, I believe he should be on his knees praying with all his heart that at the end of 2020, Hope Uzodimma should take up that baton of leadership. If not, let's leave it there. That's all I have to say.
Well, this is not the first time Father Mbaka is doing a political prophecy. I feel that, honestly, we need to draw a line here when it comes to spirituality and politics. Politics is politics. religion is religion. Mixing them is going to cause some sort of uproar. How politics works far different from how religion works. That's one of the little things I respect to a great extent about the imams. Rarely do you hear them say, "I prophesy that this man would win or that would win." They do their prayers in secret, really. Whoever it is they feel they will win. I don't know how they do their politics, but they don't come out and say, "Thus saith Allah, this person will win." But you just find out that it's almost a normal thing for Christendom. Except the Lord has sent you, say, "Go tell my people this." Then you have the right to go tell the people. But if you're just saying it on the ground, on the grounds of trying to, it's so wrong. You can imagine if the Lord has sent you to Uzodinma, hope is. I think you should have called him privately and say, "This is what the Lord told me about you. We need to pray and let us pray." You don't come making it public, really. And now, if you're making it public, don't forget this same matter is still in Supreme Court. Are you trying to begin to gather up some sort of momentum where there is none? Because Nigeria naturally is a religious nation. By the time they say, the Father Mbaka said this concerning this, even the judges, so to speak, will say, "Who is Mbaka? He has been making this prophecy concerning this." You are beginning to, in your own little way, beginning to bring, feature someone who originally probably was not there, and maybe who knows, maybe that's what is, gingering, making the likes of Rogers, Rogers Okorocha, and the likes of Uche, the son-in-law, and the likes of Arurume to begin to think about some sort of grand alliance over the same issue. They must have said, "What in the realm of the spirit, a father have seen it, and let's manifest it physically," and all that. So let's not begin to interfere over issues that has to do with politics. Let politicians do their job. You are a priest. Yours is to pray for the people, pray for the nation, pray for what is not right, and you do that in the secret. Okay, and if you must talk about the nation, you bring out the Imo state. If you want to pray about the state, and pray that the God's chosen servant, whom the Lord has put in place to rule him more, let his will be done. Begin to play politics. You're playing politics here. Well, that's for me. I know some other persons may say I'm wrong. His fanatical followers will say I'm wrong, but then that's how it should be. There's a lot of prominent pastors who don't dabble into politics. Let me shock you. It's not as if they don't know who wins, or it's not as if God have not spoken to them about who will win. Sometimes if you are in their congregation, they will tell you that the Lord has spoken about this. It's within us here, but let's pray for him. You see them, they pray about such people, and it comes to pass. But they don't come on, and begin to talk about it and all. I feel it's not fair, really, and I'm sure it has some sort of psychological advantage over Emeka Ihedioha, whether you like it or yes, because his media persons have reacted, which means he heard, and whether you like it or not, there's a psychological effect it will definitely have on the government of the day.
All right, thank you very much. And for those who are quite fanatical about religion, those who are the fanatics of Father Mbaka, if you look at the Bible, you see a lot of such. For example, in the case of when David messed up, God sent Nathan straight to David and said, "Go and tell David this." So most of the time, they are private prophecies, they are public prophecies. Private prophecies are those that are directed to the person. When God said, "Tell this person this," you just go meet the person, especially a public figure, especially something that is so sensitive like politics. You don't go out openly and begin. Guess what? Even some people will be trying to walk against that prophecy. Is that what he prophesied? All right, let's see. They will try to walk against it. So why not call him public? It's just an advice to him. Call him privately and tell him, "Hey, this is what the Lord is saying. I think you've got to pray about it and move on." And let the people see you in the light of fairness. Let the people not see you in the light of the fact that you are, getting involved overly in politics. It doesn't really make headway. All right, that's where we're going to leave it. Our prayers is that let the prophecy come to pass. If not, he will be sacrificed on the altar of corruption, because most people will really speak evil about him and the knocks will grow higher and higher. That's where we're going to leave it. Go to our comment section. No hate words, please. Some of you love speaking hate words. We are not being groomed like that. No hate words. Just make sure that